He had the kind of childhood most NBA stars seem to share. Standing 6 feet 6 inches with a 6 feet 4 inches wingspan, he not only made it to the NBA but also landed a 5-year, $207 million contract. He is Desmond Bane, the player the Orlando Magic acquired this offseason in a blockbuster trade involving Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Cole Anthony, and 4 first-round picks. Against the Portland Trail Blazers, he hit a clutch three-pointer at the buzzer, the perfect proof of just how valuable that deal was. Anyone who reaches the NBA is the hero of their own story. But Bane's journey growing up is one that evokes sympathy. As a kid, Bane's dream wasn't to play in the NBA, it was simply to have a home of his own. His father disappeared not long after he was born. His mother, Marissa, was only 18 at the time and barely able to take care of herself. With no other choice, she turned to her relatives for help. Bane was first taken in by his aunt and cousin. Later, he was sent to live with his great-uncle, Tony. Tony became his legal guardian and the closest thing to a father figure. But that didn't last long. After Tony and his wife divorced, he could no longer care for Bane. So he sent the boy to live with his great-grandparents, Bob and Fabi. It was only then that Bane's wandering childhood finally came to an end, and he finally had a stable home. Although his mother kept in touch from time to time, in Bane's heart, it was his great-grandparents who were his real family. His great-grandfather, Bob, guided him as he grew up. Not wanting to see him drift through life, Bob, a baseball coach, introduced him to sports of all kinds. Bane turned out to be pretty good at almost all of them, especially basketball. To help nurture his interest, Bob put up a hoop in their backyard. That was about all he could afford to do. The person who truly helped Bane find his basketball path was his high school coach, Josh Juergens. After middle school, Bane originally wanted to attend the more well-known Richmond High. But Coach Josh, who was then the head coach at Seton Catholic High School, visited Bob and Bane and warned them that Richmond's environment wasn't great. Many kids there didn't make it far in basketball and ended up picking up bad habits instead. In the end, Bob decided to keep Bane at Seton Catholic. To him, Bane's character and upbringing mattered far more than basketball fame. As a freshman, Bane averaged just 7 points per game. But by his sophomore year, he had become the team's leader. Coach Josh still remembers one particular game. Seton Catholic needed 2 points in the final seconds to win. As he prepared to draw up a play, Bane interrupted him. "You just want me to score, right?" Josh threw down his clipboard and yelled, "Then go get it yourself." Bane drove hard to the rim and scored the game winner. Looking back, he said, "From that moment on, I knew I could take on anybody." By his senior year, Bane was unstoppable. He averaged 30 points, 11.5 rebounds, 6.1 assists, and 3.2 blocks per game, leading his team to a 23-4 record. Still, college recruiters weren't impressed. At 6 feet 6 inches with a 6 feet 5 inches wingspan, they thought he lacked the physical tools to excel at the next level. Only a few Division I programs showed interest. He ultimately chose Texas Christian University. As a freshman, he averaged 7.1 points per game. In 2017, he was invited to the USA Basketball U19 training camp. After competing against future stars like P.J. Washington and Emmanuel Quickley, he began to see things differently. "If those guys can make the NBA," he said, "then so can I." Bane stayed all 4 years at TCU. As a senior, he averaged 16.6 points, 6.3 rebounds, and 3.9 assists per game, while shooting an elite 44.2% from three. After the season, he declared for the NBA draft. But before he could live his dream, tragedy struck. His great-grandfather Bob, the man who had raised him, passed away before seeing him reach the league. A year later, his great-grandmother passed as well. In the 2020 NBA draft, Bane was selected 30th overall by the Boston Celtics and immediately traded to the Memphis Grizzlies, where his professional journey began. In his rookie season, he averaged 9.2 points per game while shooting 43% from three, quickly becoming Ja Morant's most reliable teammate. When Morant was suspended, Bane seized the opportunity, averaging 21.1 points per game with a 41% three-point clip over the next 3 seasons. Eventually, he earned that massive 5-year, $207 million contract. This offseason, the Orlando Magic traded 4 first-round picks to acquire him. But the new season didn't start smoothly. The Magic opened 5-6, and Bane's numbers dropped to 14.9 points per game with just 27% from deep. Criticism came quickly. But tonight, with one cold-blooded game-winning 3, he silenced it all, proving that as long as the ball is in his hands, he can still deliver. From a childhood of instability to becoming one of the NBA's elite, Desmond Bane's story has long transcended basketball itself.